Today we're going to learn how to do the vortex, which is a continuous up and down lasso motion while being inside the hoop, just like that. Now, before we get started on the vortex, if you don't already know, I highly recommend that you know how to lift the hoop up into lasso position, just like that, as well as bringing the hoop back down to your waist from lasso position. And the reason why I recommend that you know these tricks first is because when you do the vortex, it's a constant bringing the hoop up into lasso position and handing off with your other hand and then bringing the hoop back down and constantly doing this type of motion over and over. Now, to access my tutorials on how to do these tricks, you can just click the web links in the corner of the screen. All right, back to the vortex. So to enter the vortex, you use a couple different ways. One being you can be in lasso position and enter the vortex like that. Or you can also hoop around your waist and enter the vortex as well. But for the purpose of this tutorial, I will show you how to enter the vortex around your waist. Now, just like all hooping tricks, you can hoop to the right and do the vortex, or you can also hoop to the left and do the vortex as well. But for the purpose of this tutorial, I will be hooping to the right. But if you want to do it to the left, you'll just use your opposite hands and do the opposite motions that I show in this tutorial. So to begin, you're going to take your left hand, and just like you're lifting the hoop up into lasso position, you're going to place it on the center of your back. And every time the hoop touches your hand, that's when you're going to grab the hoop. So find the rhythm and grab the hoop, and as you bring the hoop up, you're going to guide it alongside your body. And when you're in this position, that's when you're going to take your right hand, and you're going to go ahead and place it just right next to your left hand on the back of your palm. So you're going to make contact with the hoop on the back of your palm. And at this point, there's going to be enough momentum where the hoop will actually be able to just stick right there on the back of your palm. And that's when you release your other hand, and you're just going to start to guide the hoop straight up in the air and fully extend your hand in the air. And that's when the hoop is just going to transfer around your palm, and then eventually it's going to actually be in the center of your palm. And that's when you're actually going to want to grab the hoop when you're in about this position. So right now with my arm, I'm making an upside down L-shaped position. And like I said, this is when you're actually going to want to grab the hoop right here, and then with your other hand you're going to bring it behind your body, and now you're going to prepare to catch the hoop. And with this arm, you're also in an L-shaped position. And so now with my right hand, I'm bringing it, just guiding it, just diagonally alongside my body, downward, fully extending down. And that's when I'm going to make that handoff just right behind the right back side of my body. So I'm making that handoff, catching the hoop with my left hand, underhand, and now I'm going to do the same type of movement as I would as if I'm bringing it up into lasso position. Once again, I'm going to do the same thing, catch it with the back of my palm, and just let the momentum of the hoop guide itself as I fully extend my hand, comes around. Once again, my arm is in L-shaped position. That's when I catch the hoop and grab it, move it diagonally across my body. My left hand is in somewhat of an L-shaped position, grab the hoop, and now I constantly do this same motion over and over, just like that. Now let's see that in slow motion. a couple ways you can make this trick easier. One being, while you're entering the vortex, you can spin in the same direction that you spin your hoop. And when spinning in the same direction, sometimes that can slow the trick down. It can also cause the vortex to flow a little bit more smoothly, and sometimes it might cosmetically be more appealing. Another way you can make this trick easier is you can just use a larger size hoop. And what a larger size hoop can do, it can also slow down the trick as well. Now, if you want to take it to the next step, you can use a larger size hoop and also spin in the same direction. Now, another way too is if you're having trouble with making this handoff here, this quick handoff, because the vortex can be rather fast, what you can do is bring the hoop up into lasso position and just practice this kind of handoff to begin. And just letting it spin 1, 2, 3 times, or however fast or quick you feel comfortable making that trade-off. So if it takes you 3 spins in lasso position like this before you can make this handoff, then try 2 spins, or maybe just try 1 spin until you get to the point you can do this continuous handing off motion. And that is how you do the vortex. Thank you very much.